Now, what about utilities? Like, let's say that the landlord pays utilities for the tenant on a single family residence. Are they entitled to recoup? You, I know you said no late fees, but are they entitled for utilities at all, or no?
No, if a utility, let's say, for example, if a landlord is paying the water bill on a property and you have a tenant that's not paying, unfortunately, there's no way to recoup that. There are other assistance programs involving water bills, but when it comes to the rent itself, you're basically only, because that's not a bill that a landlord is passing on to the tenant. It's just a bill that the landlord has. So there are other programs I know with water bills, electric bills, and etc. There are programs out there that are helping people if you aren't able to pay, and I believe there's still some rule somewhere that says they're unable to cut off services right now if for non-payment. But if it's not a bill that you transfer to the tenant that the tenant's obligated to pay, this is simply for the rent. So if it's a utility bill that somehow is obligated to be paid by the tenant as part of the rent package, then yes. But that would, because ultimately it's a bill that the tenant is supposed to pay. Yeah. But not if, and it would be considered rent. But if it's just the water bill, it's not. And this is a question that comes, since you mentioned it, it's a question that comes up a lot. If you have a tenant that has not paid for a year, and even if they have not paid for a month, the landlord cannot shut off services, meaning they cannot shut off the water, cannot shut off the power, the gas, terminate landscaping or something like that, because the tenant's simply not paying you.
Yeah, that's something that some landlords think that they can do that they can turn off the utilities, but no, you can get in a lot of trouble if you do that, right?
There's a lot of liability for a landlord that does something like that. I would never suggest under any situation. It's illegal, and it's not a good idea. No. It really will make a bad problem much worse.
Absolutely.